Diane in Denmark here, and rah rah rah, ring ring ring. It is Wednesday, or Little Saturday as the Swedes call it. Let me just put down my pom-poms. I'm checking with you for two things today. 31-day exercise challenge. We're on to day 15. Hooray, go us. And also in Flylady Land, Wednesday, or Flylady Land, that's what I like to call it. Wednesday is Anti-Procrastination Day. Now, last week I made videos showing you Flylady basics, how these things all fit together and how I use them in my life. And actually, with my exercise yesterday, something happened that really shows you how all these things fit together. And also, I'll also be talking a wee bit about Eurovision if any of you were watching Eurovision yesterday. You know, I love Eurovision. Anyway, I'll make this video fairly short because I'm also hoping to upload a second video today of my items that I got at a clothes swap party. And this is actually an old clothes swap party item, so there we go. So I'm hoping to get that done. Anyway, the 31-day exercise challenge. We're doing the Flyladies moving in May. All the month of May, we're looking at ways that we can get a wee bit more exercise into our daily routines. Where we're not, signing up for marathons and having to go to 5 Zumba classes a week. We're just looking to see where we can fit in some extra exercise. I talked about this right at the beginning of the challenge. All those things like taking the stairs when you are at the office, or using the elevator instead, the escalator instead of the elevator. Just all those little things can really add up. So my exercise yesterday, I biked down at lunchtime to have a swim in the sea with Vibeke. You know, we're winter bathers, we swim naked all year round in the sea. I've made videos about it before, it's a Danish thing. And for all those of us, I just started it because it seemed like a kind of crazy thing to do. But now, of course, there are a lot of health benefits and especially benefits for your health in your head. Anyway, I cycled down for my swim with Vibeke, and if you want to see pictures of that, I always post on Instagram, and you can see what we're having for our picnic lunch, or if we're there in the morning, what we're having along with our cup of tea afterwards. But I can tell you, yesterday Vibeke had scrambled eggs. She had them in her little thermos flask, the same as my thermos flask, and I had a leverpostejsmel, which in Danish means a rye bread sandwich with liver patty. So we cycle down there for a swim, and we swim around as much as we can. And yesterday the sea was yellow because of all the pollen. Anyway, the picture's on Instagram. And on the way back from a swim at lunchtime, I was thinking, okay, I wasn't planning to run yesterday, but I thought I would do the 7-minute strength app. Anyway, on my way back, I got a text on my phone saying a parcel was ready for collection at a parcel pickup place quite close to us, but on the way back from the cycle ride. So I thought, well, I tell you what, I'll get in an extra cycle ride. So I went over to pick up the parcel, and then I checked my phone, because on my telephone, as I mentioned before, I've got my getting things done lists. For errand day, I've got a list of what to do if I'm outside the house. So I checked my list, and I thought, oh well, the ironmonger, the hardware store, the DIY store, wasn't far from the place I was picking up the parcel. And I thought, well, I can go and pick up. I wanted to pick up some paint, because I'm redoing some of the paint work outside on the stonework. That was an anti-procrastination job. And I also wanted to buy some outdoor paint for a wooden bench that I'm working on right now as part of zone work in the garden. So because I had my lists, my getting things done list, errand day, anti-procrastination day, because I had my list and it was right there with me, I could get in some extra exercise because I could cycle there instead of taking the car, and I managed to get the paint, and now today on Anti-Procrastination Day, I can get those jobs done. So do you see how it all works nicely together? If we just take the time, on a Tuesday, I talked about, plan and play, just sit down for 10 minutes, and plan your menu, add things to your grocery list, or see what's coming up. Do you need to buy a birthday card? Something for the end of term at school. And just by taking the time to plan these things or work on things on Anti-Procrastination Day or get them when you're on errand day. It all fits so nicely together. So yesterday I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I got what I needed for an anti-procrastination task, and I got in some extra exercise because I was out on my bike, so woohoo, go me. So anyway, let me know if you've got any other small success stories. I mean, it's just those little tiny victories when you think, yeah, I got that done as well. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, so that I was going to tell you that's Anti-Procrastination Day. So you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be finishing off some of the stonework outside because that needs sprucing up, and also I'll be painting the garden bench. Go me! And I said to you, let me see. Yeah, I want to keep it really short today. Also because Denmark right now, we're gearing up for yet another public holiday, a statutory holiday on Friday, which is called, drum roll please, it's called Great Prayer Day, Big Prayer Day. And the Danes will not be out praying. It's a very old custom from years gone by. But I'll probably tell you that about that tomorrow, because of course in Denmark there's something special that you have to eat, as is the tradition. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, for those of you who are watching Eurovision, I hope you enjoyed last night's show. Gosh, there are a lot of bad songs last night, really dreadful. And I had if you saw on Instagram, I had posted, I'd made this little kind of Eurovision flower that I've put beside my sink with some of the flags of the countries. And I have a little notebook. Now, you may remember this is a notebook that the kids gave me at Christmas, and you can go, it's all sequins, and you can go that way, or you can go silver, or you can go gold. And what I keep this notebook for is whenever there is Eurovision on, or choosing the Eurovision song in Sweden for a Melodifestivalen, for Mello, I like to have my little voting slip. So I write down when the song comes on, I write down what the country is, and then a little reminder of what I would remember about that song. I've written down for Poland last night was Björk Wannabes, Slovenia, the girl was mumbling, Cyprus, the woman looked like she had wet hair. And I like to keep a little running note, and then I try and pick who I think is going to go through. Anyway, the songs last night, gosh, a lot of them were dreadful. But I'm kind of glad this year that the songs were so dreadful, because sometimes the last couple of years in Eurovision, they've been so kind of average. We've kind of missed that kind of craziness or really good songs. So anyway, let's see what the second semi-final on Thursday is going to be like. Oops, I got cut off at the end there. Anyway, I'll do my usual sign off. Live long and prosper. May the Eurovision hygge be with you today. Let's keep it nice and fun and sparkly out there. Have a great Anti-Procrastination Day, and hopefully I shall see you later with Clothes Swap Party haul video. Okay, bye for now.